question is about my dad and how he impacted my life. And I think there's so many different routes I could go there. The first thing that pops in my mind when I think of my dad, I think of my dad as in the words of character, perseverance, never quit, just keeps going. And my dad taught me not to quit. He also taught me there was a reason why we don't quit. It's not just like blindly keep going. He taught me that we keep going because there's a purpose to why we keep going. And the purpose is usually greater than us. It's eternal. The purpose is eternal. My dad, being a Christian man, has always installed in me belief. My number one core value is belief. And that belief that you can keep going, you can succeed, because there's a greater purpose for keeping going. My dad taught me simplicity. He taught me the importance of simplicity and trying to do less is more, if you will, if you want to use that terminology. My dad used to use the word kiss it, keep it simple. And he'd pause for a second and say stupid. But it was one of the things he just always would make me laugh when he'd say it. But there was so much, character, perseverance, belief, all those things come together and make up who I am. I don't talk enough about my dad. My dad's my hero in so many ways. Growing up, I did not have an older brother or a younger brother. I had 3 older sisters. We moved a lot. My dad was in the military 21 years. Hero of many people because he fought in a war and he fought for our freedoms and stood up for what was right. Even when people around him told him that what he was doing and the war he was fighting wasn't right, he still did it because he said this is what his country's asked him to do. There's a lot of ways to be a hero to people, but my dad was my hero in many ways, and I think it started with him starting to be my friend and putting friendship and valued friendship even over being a parent. There's nothing that I would do that my dad didn't want to do with me. That is actually carried down in my relationship with my kids, to want to be there for them as a friend, not just as a parent. But I think probably the best thing my dad ever taught me out of all that is his love for people. My dad's willingness to give at the expense of everything, to help somebody. Whether it was a room, whether it was taking somebody to the hospital after an accident, whether it was taking clothes off his own back to furnish family. I remember stories growing up where we would do without to make sure that somebody else had something of less fortunate than we were. And they would get, they didn't have a meal. And if we had to do without a brand new pair of shoes so that we could give somebody a meal, my dad made sure that we understood that sacrifice was worth it. And I think that's probably the greatest gift my dad's ever given me.